Okay, when we ended up on the other side of the tape, we were just starting to talk about reflexology, but Sony tape got in the way here, and I couldn't finish my statement. So let's start over here. I wanted to draw your attention to the fact, since we were talking about concentration on different things, that the body itself concentrates through all of its nerve endings. It concentrates what it's doing. A lot of its feelings go right into the nerve reflex zone in your feet. Now, this has been known for a long time, thousands of years. The ancient Chinese and other races were very aware of this. And today, the practice of massaging the feet and so forth and understanding how the nerve endings on the bottom of the feet are in direct contact with certain areas of the body is called reflexology. Okay? This is particularly important right on the sole of the feet, on the bottom of the feet. So quite often you will see a chart of the bottom of a foot, and it will have little lines and so forth, like a chart showing you all the different areas on the foot and which area of the body that actually affects. As I'm talking on this tape, I do have one of those charts, and I'll see if I can get one, and I'll put it in the exhibit for you so you can have a copy of that also. If not, it's a good idea to get a hold of that chart, but I think I can probably find mine. I'll put it in there. See, the idea is that since all of the, through the nerve zone on the bottom of the feet, on the sole of the feet, since we have the ability there to massage that and send impulses through the nerves up into the body, something pretty interesting can happen. We can clear up a lot of things in the body, causing minor ailments and so forth really to vanish away. Like I mentioned, in ancient times, the Chinese, which they still use it, and a lot of other ancient races were very aware of the value of foot massage. Many people, if they don't use their feet very much, if they sit all day long and so forth, they might suffer from a lot of minor ailments that could easily be gotten away just by some basic foot massage or walking around. Look to the many primitive tribes that we have that usually go barefoot all the time in Africa, and tribesmen and so forth, where they don't wear shoes. At the same token, they aren't subject to any of the normal civilized ailments that we have here. They hardly ever have them whatsoever. Of course, this doesn't prevent infection and things from coming into your body, but by massaging the bottom of the feet and pushing in certain areas, then you send impulses on these nerve areas through the body, and that actually affects your health. Because of that, it's a good idea to go walking barefoot for at least a half an hour every day over some wet, grassy, uneven ground. As a matter of fact, as I'm making all of these tapes, I do them barefoot because I'm moving around here in the studio, and I can move around on the floor and so forth, and I find even moving my feet and kind of, standing up on my toes every now and then, that affects me also. Try to find some area like a grassy area where the grass is nice and maybe some bumps in the ground so where you can walk around, and do that every day for a little while. Don't walk on concrete or asphalt. The flat hardness doesn't do that much good. I mean, it's better than walking around with shoes, but not much. So you want to find some uneven grassy ground. That works the best. If you search your thoughts, you're going to remember when you were young how much you enjoyed going barefoot. You think there might be something to the idea that the spiritual subconscious knows that, and it's trying to get you to walk around on the bottom of your feet. It's trying to, heal itself and affect itself, and we just don't pay any attention. Well, it's not only possible, I'm sure that's probably what it's doing. If you use foot massage, you may notice some pain in certain spots. If you go to someone who understands reflexology and they want to give you a good foot massage to work out some things, they can, by touching certain areas on your foot, when they find pain, they can find these are the areas that are clogged up and so forth. And they will massage that area and work it out. Now, you're liable to be going, ouch, ooh, 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 that hurts. But, of course, they're not going to stop because you just paid them $25 to, clear up something in you. So you're going to get your money's worth. And they shouldn't stop because these are the areas of congestion. These are the areas where your body is blocked up and is suffering from some minor ailment. And there's actually sending impulses through your body then, which are going to help. It's going to be very beneficial to you for them doing that. So put up with the pain a little bit. And through just daily doing that, the pain will slowly dissipate, and you'll find about the same time, the little ailment, whatever is bothering you, will also go away. If you want to use a little natural massage oil or something, that can be pretty beneficial too. If it's not convenient to go outside and walk around outdoors, you can walk barefoot around the house, but that's usually on flat ground, and so your feet don't get the individual massage action on different areas of your feet. You can use a walking machine. There are quite a few of those in existence now. You see a lot of people with them in their home, and that's better than nothing. But ideally, if you can get to it, go outside, go barefoot, at least walk around in your socks or something, and walk on grassy, bumpy ground if possible. Heavy shoes with very thick soles are not useful at all for this. If someone tries to sell you a pair of big platform sandals or something saying it's great for your feet, it's not. It really has no help at all. The smoothness adds nothing. What you really want are thin sole shoes so that your feet can feel the ground. The heavy sandals might give you some support in certain areas. There could be some logic to that. But if you wish to perform reflexology on your body and stimulate through the nerve endings on your feet, you need very thin shoes, like Italian loafers or moccasins or something, where your feet can actually feel the ground as you're walking along. All right, let me move on to a little different subject now. We've got you concentrating and staring at candles and rubbing your feet and so forth, and I'm sure by now you're already feeling a little bit different. Let me talk a little bit about how powerful a thought can be. You know, earlier on one of the tapes we talked about that the creation itself is an idea, and that the creation itself created the universe strictly out of the embodiment of its idea. It had an idea to create one, and it did. Consequently, the universe is all coarse matter and fine matter. Coarse matter being solid, fine matter being the etheric, non-solid matter. So a thought actually can be concentrated on to the point eventually it can become solid matter. Now, I kind of doubt if any of us are going to be able to do that. Even no matter how hard we think, we probably could not cause something to materialize. We're just not that developed. People on other worlds perhaps that are far more developed than us who understand that, and they also understand then the workings of the laws of nature, probably can do that at some level of development in their life. But, you know, for the most part, Earth people can't do that yet. Maybe if we got everybody at Earth concentrating on the same thought, we might be able to really do something miraculous. But at this point, no. But we can put power into thoughts. Any person who concentrates on an idea for a period of time will see that the idea will come to pass. It's very simple. If you think about any idea, just something that you want to do, be getting a haircut or having your nails done or buy some clothes or whatever, just some simple idea, any action always starts with a thought, doesn't it? Quite often you'll find yourself during the week thinking of something you want to do on the weekend, and you think about it again, and then you explain it to somebody else. You're starting to put power into that idea, aren't you? And the more you think about it and concentrate upon it, each time you think about it, you reinforce it a little bit stronger with some new parameter. If it's going to be buying a new pair of shoes on the weekend, by Tuesday when you think of it, it's just a good idea, I'd like some new shoes. Wednesday you start thinking about the shop, maybe where you're going to get them. Thursday you're thinking about what they're going to look like, how much you're going to spend. You check your checkbook to see if you got the money. Friday you call a friend and make plans to meet them at the mall at noon. You know, the plan is in action. And the action hasn't happened yet, but all week long you've been putting power into this thought. Now, we do this all the time, all day long, but most of us take these kind of actions totally for granted. And we don't realize how much power there is actually in our thinking. As a matter of fact, it is. You have to be very careful what you do think, because in most cases, it will happen. There is great power in how you think. This, to make a little side note here, in Billy's book, he's always making reference